Welcome to the conversation. I'm Twin.
And I'm Sid.
Let's conversate. So, I know you guys heard R. Kelly just turned himself in.
Yes. Turns himself in.
This conversation is about to kind of get real because, you know, it's a lot of the things that's been going on for so many years with R. Kelly, and no one's spoken up. No one's, said anything to him. Like, I feel like this is something that we all need to, be aware of. We need conversations with the kids.
Girl, my thing about it is we grew up with R. Kelly.
Right.
So it's like bump and grind, ignition, step in the name of love.
And that step in the name of love is one of the
calling me. It's just all these songs to think he was actually talking about children.
It's mind-blowing. And
it's disturbing.
It is disturbing. That's a good word. Disturbing.
I could never understand what you get out of what sexual attraction you get from a child.
And messing with little kids,
it's
little
just,
girls.
It's disturbing.
The videos I've seen, the series they had on this whole thing about everybody coming clean now and talking about their situations. Even the little girl, it was a 16-year-old girl.
Later? It's like 20 years, right?
Yeah. I think a lot of these kids had like gag orders, like them gag orders where you can't talk about it.
Because if you remember from when he first was charged with the first allegations of him sleeping with a minor, it was VHS tapes, recordings.
Right.
And at first the family was like, yeah, we're going to go to court, we're going to testify, whatever. And the dad went on the stand and basically said, that's not my daughter.
That was Sparkle's niece.
So, yeah, it was. So it's like, all right, you got paid off.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying in the series. And I don't know what channel it played on, but she basically was saying that that's my niece. My niece is only, I don't know how old the girl was, but
she was 14.
She was young.
She was 14 years old.
She knew that was her niece in the pictures and the videos that was performing oral sex, sexual acts. Like, this is what she knew it was her niece. And she felt like she needed to take a step back too.
Right.
Because her own brother, the own father of this girl.
And mind you, R. Kelly was what, Sparkle's manager, producer, or something like that?
Yes.
So, yeah, it was mind-boggling for her. And it was her brother's daughter.
Yeah.
It was.
That's sad because as a family
Look at
member,
Aaliyah.
right. Look how
Look
young
at
she
Aaliyah.
was. Everybody swept that right under the rug.
And you know what? Her parents, Aaliyah's parents, claimed that they was with her all the time on the bus. There was no way. If that was the case, they would have never got married.
She was caught.
You guys would never have to annul it.
From my understanding from watching that series on, I don't know what channel. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't, remember the channel. But from my understanding, someone caught Aaliyah and R. Kelly on the tour bus kissing and making out in the back.
Girl.
So where your parents was at then?
Then, let's talk
there.
about how his brother, Casey,
I think his brother, Carrie
Kelly. Carrie Kelly had a full-blown interview stating that the sister Teresa molested him and R. Kelly. And he feels as if all the things that his sister did is what he's performing on these kids. And they was young. He even spoke, Carrie being the youngest child of 4. So it was R. Kelly, another older brother,
Bruce,
and then the sister Teresa.
Yep.
R. Kelly said, not R. Kelly. Carrie said that they was a close-knit family. The mom always worked, and Teresa was the babysitter because she was the oldest sibling. She would always find reasons for either him
to be in the house.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And that's how she performed her acts on them. He even spoke about how R. Kelly tells the oldest brother, I'm not a virgin no more. I lost my virginity. So he said, him knowing he was young, but him knowing I don't really know what he's talking about. But I do know we go everywhere together. We can only play in front of the house or
And this is the
in
oldest
back of the
guy,
house.
the oldest
This
brother.
is the youngest brother saying this. But R. Kelly told the oldest brother this. Yeah, I'm not a virgin. I lost my virginity. And he said he was confused because he's like...
And as a kid himself, any kid would be confused. Like, he lying. Like,
once he learned the meaning of he's not a virgin anymore, he knew that what his sister was doing to him, she was doing to R. Kelly as well.
always also, it wasn't the oldest brother, Bruce, that she wasn't abusing.
Yeah,
it was
she wasn't.
Carrie that R. Kelly was telling this. Oh, wow.
No. R. Kelly was telling the oldest brother, Bruce, I'm not a virgin anymore. Carrie, the youngest brother, was experiencing the same molestation as R. Kelly. But he didn't fully understand. Yeah, he knew it was wrong. But let me tell you, he needs to be dragged under the bus, over the bus, around the bus, through the bus.
He don't need to be going to no damn Africa because...
They say he turned himself in.
Yeah, he turned himself in. Reports are saying that basically the deal that he wants is he will release all the women to not be charged with any charges.
That's what he first
and
wanted.
He wants to go to Africa. So
for what?
So he could do the same damn shit over
And
there.
you
know that the rules and it's totally different over there. So he could probably get away with that shit over there.
Right.
So he probably feel like fresh start. He's sick in the head. He can still do the same shit over there.
So what do you think should happen?
He needs to go to fucking jail.
Yeah, totally. What do you think will be a sufficient amount of time served for all the young children, all the women, all these years that he has been doing this?
Listen, if someone could go to jail in the Bronx for rape, right? Like a sexual offender. If they could go to jail for 5 years for one person, whoever comes clean and testify against R. Kelly, they should count each person 5 years. I don't know how much they give people, 5 fucking years.
You know what?
Per person.
Understand.
These people need to come clean. I'm sorry.
Supposedly he's getting 3 years per allegation, per woman that he abused. But I feel, you see, for example, what they did to Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
Why nobody is really standing as one? Mind you, you see these women on Steve Harvey. You see these women on multiple colored platforms. But yet, they aren't getting the same response as these white women that was not only on colored platforms, but every platform.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not understanding that. If you guys look in between the lines, you can see the racism that I'm pointing towards.
I really feel the same way.
Back on
just like
Kelly.
The NFL owner.
Right.
That's going to be another topic.
Mind you,
he's sex trafficking girls. He's not getting charged. He's getting
fined. Would be why? Because he's an old white man.
That don't make no damn sense.
Bill Cosby is an old black man.
And to be honest, I'm sorry.
And he's going blind.
I don't have nothing against. Like, I can't say what he did was wrong. Bill Cosby giving these women these drugs to get them high so he could have sex with them, but he was telling them he was giving them to them.
And then not only that, I'm looking at it like this. Yeah, he did these things to you women, but that was before you was even somebody. So I feel like
they did
it was okay as long as they was getting their foot in the door.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Janice Dickinson.
So now that whatever you owe, you got all this Botox and you look all fucked up.
Now you need some money.
Looking like the nigga from Tales from the Crypt. All of a sudden you mad. Now it's a problem. These women, let me tell you.
I don't know, but I honestly, R. Kelly needs to go to jail for all his shit.
Yes,
I got teenage kids.
That black man needs to go to jail.
And I would never want someone to do that to my teenage kids. Like, at the end of the day, they're children. They should not be taken advantage of. Like, you knew these girls was underage. Because there was one girl that came out, the one that was always at the courthouse, rooting for him. And she finally was able, at 16, cutting school, just like waving them things. R. Kelly's innocent. ended up being one of the recruiters, not the recruiters, but she was one of the recruits. Let's say that.
Teenage girl.
And she said she told him the age that she was. And he said, oh, don't tell nobody. Like,
pedophile.
That's right. Signs of, and she said she met her friend in there. So, and all these girls be groupies. I'm sorry.
Exactly. That's what it be. They be like, oh, R. Kelly. They think they gonna get money out of it, fame, and all this bullshit. And they fucking ghetto broke ass parents be like, oh, my daughter fuck with R. Kelly. Your daughter is being 12 years a slave with R. Kelly. They doing. And y'all ain't getting no money. Maybe a little bit of hush money, but
that hush money probably didn't last and you see now that's why they coming out saying, yeah, he did it. The money going.
Girl, bye.
But I just feel like parents need to just be more aware of
I agree.
Was from little, like R. Kelly and his brother was molested, and this is the reason why R. Kelly's doing this to these girls. You know, like, be aware. If your kid is basically saying, like, mommy, don't leave. Mommy, like, signs. Those are signs.
And you know what? That's exactly what the brother expressed in the interview. How he was telling, he said he didn't know how
to tell his
mom. But he would say, like, do you have to go to work today? I don't leave. And she would say, yeah, I got to go to work to take care of you guys.
And she asked what's wrong. And the
and
bad
he
thing,
says, I miss you.
Right. And he didn't want to tell
That's
her.
why it's very important, guys,
to talk to your kids.
Yes, you have to educate your children. Speak about these things. Even if it's an uncomfortable situation. What I do with my son is, if I feel that I feel uncomfortable about talking about it with him, and I feel maybe he might feel uncomfortable.
Which he will, because that's what
I
kids
will
is.
Google, YouTube, anything related to the discussion, and we'll sit down and watch it together. We might not speak during the program, but afterwards, we'll conversate.
And say what you thought about that.
Right.
How you feel about it.
Yes.
You know, it's always good to have some type of conversation. It don't have to be an in-depth conversation.
And you're getting
but
feedback.
It's still opening their eyes to it.
Also.
And letting them know that you can come and speak to someone.
Right. And also, you're getting your child's outlook, because maybe they're watching some, but they don't totally understand. So when you watch things like that together, it gives them free space to ask any questions that, you know, they want to know. Even if it's referring to the program or the movie, it could be something they really wanted to know. So I think that's a great way of, you know, teaching your child or even interacting with your children. That is a perfect way to.
It is. I always try to tell my kids, like, if someone is like touching you, like, you know what to do. Don't ever let someone say, don't tell mommy because I'm gonna do this. Don't believe
my
them.
son know I'm crazy, so he know.
Yeah.
Tell mommy because I'm coming.
That's fucking right.
I don't give a damn. It's 3 in the morning. If
and
my child
always,
spending the night,
it's always uncomfortable.
He call me
right, and that's another thing. You gotta be very careful that your kids spend the night out. You know, and stuff like that. Because stuff like that happens. It happens. You don't want it to happen to you, but it happens.
You know what? Majority of the time when a child experiences rape, molestation, it's always a family member.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Even boys are the ones that don't want to never talk about it, and that's what happened with Carrie Kelly. He didn't want to never talk about it. His mother died. She still don't, she died. She passed on not knowing this was going on with her kids.
Right.
And it's bad that boys feel like, and I'm not, because most of the time when a boy is being molested by a man, that's what happens. But that was his sister, and at 6, he had sex with his sister because she forced him to. So that was difficult. That's traumatizing. Like,
very much
he
so.
probably didn't know how to tell his mother. He probably didn't know what to do, and he probably just was like, you know what? And then what killed me about the situation is that when they spoke on the phone after a long time, and his son was in the hospital, and he said, I forgive you. She did act like she didn't know. That's mental issues.
She said, what are you talking about?
And hung up and said, don't call me no more. Like, that is a mental problem. People got it. That's another conversation too.
This is, you know, even though this is a
Mental
whole
illness.
nother topic with her religion. She's a religious person.
Right,
now.
In
This
the church.
is why
And still didn't say, I want to get rid of my demons and let me
not
face my
even.
demons.
This is a religious woman who molested her brothers as children.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up to be a religious woman, have your own children. We all know. People in the church, no matter you Baptist, Christian, Muslim, Jehovah Witness, whatever you are, you're not dancing to R. Kelly.
Right.
Bumping, right? This woman
Have
was
the whole
getting free
church.
tickets, taking
Whole
her whole
church
congregation
going.
in there like, I don't see
nothing
nothing wrong.
Hey.
Could you imagine the old lady
They be getting lit
with a Bible hat like,
church hat with the flower.
right.
I'm
So,
sorry, guys.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry. See, that's bad to say. We talking about
It
church
is what
people.
it is. He said it, not me. I'm just improvising.
Yeah, just like, just the message here today, and we want everyone to join this conversation if you can. Just follow us on YouTube, Instagram, state your comments, and we definitely gonna reply and have a conversation about it.
That's right. And just so you know, this is our opinions, our thoughts, how we feel about things,
And we're always open.
I'm Sid.
I'm Twin.
We're out.